Picture this. Summer is around the corner. You're planning on taking a vacation and you're looking for a little bit of entertainment while you're on your road trip. So you go to your podcast app and look for a podcast. Maybe you're looking for something fictional, maybe something epic, or perhaps a documentary or some comedy. Maybe you want to learn something, so you're looking for something educational. Maybe you're looking for a podcast in a different language so you can finally practice your language listening skills. Un croissant au chocolat, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Délicieux. The same way as a movie trailer can catch people's attention and make them want to hit the theaters. I mean, they're not called summer blockbusters for nothing. Podcast trailers serve as the initial introduction to your podcast, offering a glimpse into the content and style of your show. So let's talk about a strategic approach to crafting compelling podcast trailers that captivate your audience's attention and drive engagement. I'm Yesenia Bocanegra, a video podcast strategist, and this episode is part of the mini-series Podcast Essentials here on Focus and Bloom Podcast. Let's start off with the pre-launch planning phase. Before diving into trailer creation, it's crucial to integrate this process into your overall podcast launch strategy. You want to treat your trailer as the launchpad for your podcast, where you're creating an anticipation and excitement for what's to come. Here, you want to ensure alignment between your trailer and your podcast branding and objectives to provide a cohesive experience for your audience. Now, let's talk about your audience. Understanding your target audience is paramount in crafting an effective podcast trailer. Take the time to delve into their demographics, their interests, their pain point problems, and then tailor your trailer to resonate deeply with your audience and address those needs and desires. So, by speaking directly to your target demographic and your target audience, you then increase the likelihood of capturing their attention and fostering an authentic connection. The next is the art of storytelling. And maybe you are not doing a podcast from a narrative or literature perspective, but that doesn't mean that you cannot tell good stories. A podcast trailer is more than just a summary of your show. It's really an opportunity to weave a compelling narrative that leaves listeners craving for more. Condense the essence of your podcast into a captivating storyline that grabs attention from the very beginning. Again, think about a good movie trailer. You can even think about your podcast as an elevator pitch, concise, engaging, and impossible to ignore. When you master the art of storytelling, you can leave a lasting impression on your audience. Then let's move on to multi-channel promotion because you want to amplify your visibility, your podcast visibility. Once your trailer is ready, it's time to spread the word far and wide. In this phase, you want to use multi-channel promotion strategy or multi-channel approach to make sure that you're maximizing the visibility and reach of your content. Leverage social media platforms, email marketing, and podcast directories to ensure that your trailer reaches as many ears as possible. By doing so, you're then increasing the likelihood of attracting new listeners and building anticipation for your podcast launch. And finally, let's talk about optimization. Your trailer is not a static entity. It's a work in progress that requires continuous refinement and optimization. So, you want to ask for feedback from your audience and analyze the data to identify areas of improvement. Cut! Let's try that again. When you embrace a mindset of continuous improvement, you can then ensure that your trailer remains impactful and effective over time. So, that might bring you to the next question of how often should you update your trailer? Well, it really depends. If you're doing a seasonal podcast and you feel that the topics that you're covering in the new season of your podcast are different than what you were saying or what you were referring to in that trailer, then yes, that's a good sign for you to change that trailer because then you can make a trailer for each season. Another thing could be that maybe you've done a rebrand and the music and the tone of the trailer doesn't fit with the brand anymore. Then yes, that would be another example of when you would then switch or create a new podcast trailer. Maybe you're also celebrating a milestone season or a milestone episode, then maybe that could merit a change as well. By the way, we're getting close to 100 episodes here at the Focus and Bloom podcast and also to celebrating our 10th anniversary in business. So we are very, very excited. Should you include your trailer on each episode? The short answer, no. A trailer typically is more or less 30 to 60 seconds long, which is way too long for today's viewers and listeners' attention. So, to keep a branded sound experience, what you can do is add the trailer music to the opening at a lower level, or maybe add a short sound effect or portion of the trailer's music that marks the transition between the hook of your episode and the episode itself. If you're wondering about how to craft engaging scripts for your podcast, then check out these episodes that I will be linking in the description here. In the end, crafting a compelling podcast trailer is a strategic process that can significantly impact your podcast's success. From understanding and knowing who your audience is to optimizing the content within that trailer, each step is crucial in creating a trailer that resonates and engages with your audience. So be sure to keep refining, keep optimizing, and keep pushing your podcasting boundaries and stepping outside the comfort zone. So let's create something amazing together. If you need a little bit of help with your podcast creation, your podcast content, then go ahead and check out the link in the description so that you can book a discovery call with me and learn more about my coaching services. And don't forget to check out the miniseries Podcast Essentials here at Focus and Bloom Podcast. I'll see you on the next one. A bientôt. Bye.